I'm like stalling so much to start filming. I'm like, is the mic okay? My notes okay? Am I okay? No. I told my partner that I was going to be filming this video about expiring on YouTube, and he's like, expiring? That's a little harsh. So I can't remember what YouTuber I saw. It might have been Smoky Glow talk about YouTubers that expire on YouTube and like what kind of happens there, because we've now been on this platform long enough to see people come and go consistently. And I don't mean for expire to be a term that's super negative. For me, it just means that I've reached my peak on YouTube and I don't see like another peak on the horizon. Not that I can't reach another point in time where the algorithm favors me or I just get higher engagement. Not that that's like far off by any means. Like, it's possible, anything's possible, right? It's just that I've become so stagnant on this channel, and not just engagement wise and numbers and everything like that, but like mentally stagnant here on this channel. And this isn't, I don't want this video to come across as like I'm complaining that I'm expiring, because I'm absolutely not. It is a natural progression of YouTube creators to go through waves. I've been doing this 11 years. It's natural for me to, you know, have ups and downs in engagement over the years. No one went into making videos ever at any point, even when it was a career, thinking that they were going to do this for 40 years and then retire. No one went into it with that thought process. I'm so lucky that it was a career option. It's not really a career unless you like go into other things, but I'm so lucky that it was a job for me for so long, and that I was able to have this opportunity for so long. I've been doing this full time. This has been my full-time life, my full-time career, job, whatever, for 9 years maybe. No, definitely 8 years. It's been 8 years. And it wasn't even a career option or a job option when I first started creating. I'm also not saying that I'm leaving YouTube permanently. I mean, I will never leave the internet permanently. That is a given. I will always be on social media. But I think I have to step away from this channel for a little bit, because it has become something that I don't like. I did not want my channel to become into this. And while my subscriber count is quite high, I actually have a very small community of you that are engaged in my content, and I like to keep it that way. I'm not saying I won't post videos here and there, because I do have some video topics that I want to talk about with you guys, self-help kind of things in the future. But I think it's definitely time for a break. So I started posting content in June of 2010 and became monetized on YouTube in November of 2011. And it's kind of a fact that once you start making money off of something, once you monetize something, that your relationship with that thing changes. It's just how it works. And this job as a content creator is especially hard. I know we all hate when YouTubers complain. I'm really not trying to complain. I'm just telling you the reality of this job. And one of the realities is, and why it makes it so difficult, is the amount of money we make from doing this is directly affected by how much work we put into it. So even though we have all the time in the world, we have all this free time, we're constantly thinking, well, I should be working right now, or I could be working right now, and I could be making more money. I could be doing this. I should be doing that, because we have this pressure to put in as much work as possible, to hustle, if you will. The YouTuber brain is constantly working. We don't have really an off button. At least I don't. I'm not going to speak for all creators here, but I do know that once you start making money, you start to think about the work that you're putting into it, because your money and what you get out of it is directly affected by that. And given this, it's a lot easier in this type of job for us to reach a level of burnout. And I've reached a burnout level so many times on this channel. I have sat down and had so many conversations like this with you in the past, like over 11 years. Yeah, I've had burnouts. And I actually changed my content many times because of this. And also, I can't do the same thing for 11 years. So naturally, I would change my content. It was what I was driven to do. But I knew doing all this different types of content, I knew even that was temporary, because I just know how I am. I'm not one of those people that can have a niche and do it. Well, what am I saying? I have a horror channel. I have a horror channel that I've run for 9 years now. Well, not consistently. I've been consistent for about 4 years now on my horror channel and never run out of ideas. So maybe that is totally false, and I could find a niche here on this channel, but I've tried everything. I have tried so many things, and nothing can be maintained by me long term. But I've been past my prime for years. My prime was probably 2014, 2015, if I'm honest. And that's okay. It's okay that I've passed my prime. And of course, everyone around me that cares about me and you guys are probably going to reassure me like, oh, you don't know that yet. You could still grow and expand and all this stuff. But I don't want to focus on that. I don't want to do it for the sake of getting another prime moment or reaching another peak in my career on YouTube. I don't want to put in that effort on this channel. And to expire on YouTube is a very slow process, and it is a very kind of defeating feeling because it starts happening before you even realize it's happening, and it happens when you don't want it to happen. At this point, I'm content. I don't care what happens with this channel, who comes, who goes, whatever. Sponsors, numbers, money, I don't care. I don't care about that anymore. But when you start to expire, it happens and it feels so out of your control. There is only so much a creator can do to control the amount of engagement that they're going to get from a YouTube video. And to slowly see your numbers dwindling when it is still your main source of income is a level of stress I can't even explain. And it takes years, I think, to expire on YouTube. If you look at my engagement recently compared to a few years ago, it takes time, right? It's not all of a sudden you become irrelevant, unless you're canceled, of course. And I don't want to point out numbers too much because as YouTubers and creators, we're supposed to not care about that. Right? We're not supposed to talk about numbers or think that we even care about those things. But when it's your main source of income, every creator cares about numbers. Every creator is looking at their page and their subscriber count every single day. I don't want to speak for literally every creator, but I can tell you for sure, most creators care on some level about the numbers that they receive on their videos. Because we have to. It is direct feedback from the people who watch our videos about the content that we're posting. So to be ignorant about your own numbers when it's your job doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you have to be aware of these things. And of course, we want to make content that we love. And for the most part, that's what I've done. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And it is defeating when we put in a lot of work into something and we're very passionate about something and it flops. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it sucks when that happens. And at this point in time, I have never seen my channel so stagnant as it has been this year. And it's also turned into something I never intended for this channel to be. And I feel like the right time now to step away temporarily and sort some stuff out and like just focus on some other things that I am more passionate about. And I wanted to make this to be honest with you about where my head has been in regards to this channel. I don't remember the last time that I maintained a 1,000 subscriber growth. I've been at 472,000 for like 6 months. Maybe it's gone up and down depending on what I do, but my subscribers have been in the red for probably at least 6 months now. Like, it's very stagnant and it's okay. It's okay. I'm not here complaining about that. I'm not like, please give me engagement, please. I need it. I don't need it. I'm just telling you that that's what caused me to think really hard about this channel and why we're making this video today. The YouTube algorithm changes pretty much like on a daily basis, and it will change what content it pushes out, what people it supports, and it'll just support different things and different people. And it's really only like likely that you'll get 1 to 2 years of the YouTube algorithm favoring you. And that's totally fine. Again, it's part of the cycle, or at least that's what I've observed with myself, my channel, and other creators. That doesn't mean you can't maintain a community or maintain engagement as you go, but eventually it dwindles. Like, it just happens. You reach a peak at some point, the algorithm is pushing you out to everyone, and then at some point it stops doing that. And the videos that got into the algorithm and that were being pushed out are very important. The ones that I did, that I'm grateful that I did them, but a lot of them were very draining to make, and it's not something that I could keep up with. It's not something I could maintain long term. Could I have done way more, episodes or, parts of the series of everything wrong with? Absolutely. Could I have done a couple more videos on mental health? Sure. Meaning mental illness, not just like self-help. I'm more into the self-help kind of discovery, reflection, journey kind of self-help than like mental health or mental illnesses. So I'm glad that I made those because they're very, very important, and I stand by everything that I have ever said in regards to those things, and they're still very important issues that I care about. But those videos came at a price for me personally. The algorithm encouraged those videos and it pushed me to want to do it. And there was a point where I was making one of those videos, I don't remember which one, but it was super negative and I just wasn't having a good time. It was important and I needed to make it. I felt drawn to make it, so I did. And I'm grateful that I did. But I was not enjoying it. It wasn't something that I'm like, wow, I'm having such a good time right now researching this topic that's really negative and Googling all these negative things. And now I get to sit and talk about it for an hour and how negative this thing is. It was draining. And I realized I didn't want to talk about that stuff all the time anymore. Maybe once in a while I would do something similar, but I wasn't the person for the job anymore. I did my work, I did my stuff, put it out there. I'm glad I did. But I'm not the one to do it anymore. And then the videos that I wanted to do, the ones that I had fun doing and that I loved and put a lot of passion behind, were not favored by the algorithm, and they were not favored by you, the viewers. And that's okay. I can't ignore the fact that people liked my videos more when I talked about controversy and negative things. And I don't want to do that anymore. And the things I do want to do aren't really supported as much on my channel. Again, I have a beautiful small community of you that are so supportive and have been there for so long with me, and I love you so much and I'm so grateful because you made this entire experience for me. And I'm not trying to focus on the negative. This is the reality of what I have to consider. If I'm going to put in this much work into something, I need it to be worth it. And I have other things that I would like to move on to in my life. And I feel like this is the one thing that I need to sacrifice in order to do that. So because my engagement was low when I was talking about the things that I cared about, sponsors came in. I turned to sponsors for money because the engagement was low. I wasn't making much money on this channel. And I could have planned my sponsors a little bit better. And sometimes it was out of my control because they have a specific timeline and date and deadline of when they need you to get that video out for them. And at a certain point, I reached a point where every video was sponsored. And that has caused me to look back and reflect, that is not what I want. I don't want to I only have the energy to make 2 videos a month. I can't have those 2 videos be both sponsors. And I know you guys are so supportive about my sponsors, you don't care. Like, no one has ever commented like you do too many sponsors or every video is sponsored. I've never gotten a comment like that, and it blows my mind because you are so supportive of that. Like, you want me to get that coin, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. But my lack of passion and need for money was not a good, healthy combination on this channel. I was not having a good time. Although I loved the videos I was making, I didn't enjoy filming the sponsors. I didn't want to. Not that I don't stand by the sponsors, that I took, because I get loads of people wanting to work with me and I am very particular about the companies that I do work with. But I don't like where my channel went this year. Like, this isn't me. I don't make every video sponsored, and it became clear that my priorities had shifted and I was focusing way more on my horror channel, which I had mentally already made that switch before we moved here, because I knew that I wanted that to be my main source of income. I wanted my horror channel to be my main channel. I was tired of calling it main channel and horror channel. I wanted just my horror channel to be my main channel and my main channel to be a lifestyle channel or something. I still haven't set on like a idea or concept for this channel. I have no idea. Another aspect that was very draining about all this was brands were not happy with my lack of engagement, even though I swallowed my pride and told them my numbers are low, my engagement is low. I warned them, and they still wanted to, proceed with a certain rate and a certain view count. And when I couldn't provide that, they wanted free content. And I've made a point to myself and a personal policy now that I will not do free content anymore. And one of the videos I did this year was for free because the brand wasn't happy with the first video that I did that had such low engagement. And I felt horrible doing that because it was sponsored. I put an ad out there, and I stand by the brand. Like, I love the brand. But I was not excited to do free content, and they get 2 sponsorships out of me for the rate of 1 video, especially because they do pay a lot less than you would think. My subscriber number's pretty high. I'm, content with that, but my engagement's low. So of course they're going to lowball me a little bit on my price. And even if I try to haggle with them, it doesn't feel right to me because I know the video's not going to produce like they want it to, and then they're gonna want free content. It's just like a whole thing, and it makes me feel icky. I don't like it. So I'm definitely taking a break on this channel from sponsors. I am not taking on any new sponsors at all, probably, or even in the near future. I don't know how long, but if I do, or when I do, it's going to be the right brands and the right companies, and I'll have communication with them. But I can't even foresee that happening at all right now. I just want to get back to being really passionate about the stuff that I do in every aspect of my life. If I'm not feeling passion, I'm not going to force myself to do it. And I'm not going to lie to you, I reached a point where I felt a little forced on this channel because I had sponsors. If I didn't have sponsors, I don't know how earlier this video might have shown up. And I know not everyone will love what I create in the future. I don't expect 500,000 of you or nearly 500,000 of you to all of a sudden just participate and love everything. A lot of my subscribers are from years and years ago, from when I did very different content and just haven't unsubscribed. So I would almost prefer that my subscriber count dwindle a little so I can have the real community here, because I know it's out there, and I know you all are so supportive of me, the ones that are here that stuck around throughout all the different types of content. But everyone who signed up for this job, everyone who started doing YouTube and became creators also signed up for this part of it, where you kind of expire. And not that people can't reinvent themselves and come back and have success for years and years and years. It's possible. We've seen it happen, but it's not possible for everyone. And it's not likely that everyone is going to have that or maintain that level of success for years and years. And I have come to peace with expiring and reaching my peaks and having a great time and being so grateful to have done it this long. I still can't wrap my head around how long I've been doing my entire 20s. From 20 to now, I've been doing YouTube, and it's natural for it to fizzle out. I feel like most people just leave though. It's an unspoken process. You kind of start expiring, or then you start, going into your own thing. You start doing your own thing and just leave quietly, or dwindle the videos down. A lot of people don't make an announcement video or anything, or address the fact that they know that they're expiring. But I love looking at the evolution of YouTube, and this is part of it. And I'm a part of it, and I feel so lucky that I have experienced the full evolution of YouTube. And I have no idea what the future holds for me. I don't know what I'm going to do with this channel. I can't say that I'm leaving. I will be leaving for a while on this channel. I will say that. I'm going to be taking a break, but I'm just going with what I feel day to day. So if I feel like filming a random video for you on this channel, I'll do it, but no sponsors for probably ever, or for a really long time. I feel like my passions now are redirected to other things. It's natural for me to want to change up things too, because people who have been working the same job for 8+ years want to change. Typically, they either want to move up in whatever career they're focusing on or move on to something else. And so I'm kind of moving on to something else. And my horror channel will now be my main focus of my career, my job right now. So I'm very excited to put all of my time and effort and energy into that channel, because it is my baby, it's my passion. It's obviously something I'm very passionate about, and I don't feel like I am close to expiring yet on that channel. I still have so much left to give of myself over there. So if you want more videos, I'm sorry if you don't like horror. But that's what I'm offering the YouTube world right now, is horror. Also, I'll still be on social media everywhere, Twitter, Instagram. I'm not leaving the internet or anything like that. But instead of worrying about sponsors and focusing on the pressure of uploading a certain amount of times and making sure that I upload at least once a week or once a month so I stay in the algorithm and I worry about all of that, I'm gonna go write a book. Yeah, I think it's time for me to focus my energy on my horror channel that I love and writing my books. I'm writing many. So I cannot wait to share those with you once they're complete. Maybe I'll move over to TikTok. I don't know. I'm gonna have some more free time on my hands now that I'm taking a little step back from this channel, but I've been thinking about doing it for a while, and if I'm thinking about it for that long, I should probably just do it, because there's a reason why I'm thinking about it. And my life has completely changed a lot in the last year, as has many people, and a lot of self-reflection. And I only want to do with my time what I'm passionate about and what I feel good about doing. So that means focusing on other things for now. But I still want to talk to you all the time. So please, reach out on social media and things like that. I'm still gonna be out there, so don't worry, I'm not like gone or anything like that. Maybe I'll just post more on my Insta stories or something. But I would love to hear your thoughts about the concept of YouTubers like expiring. Do you see it as inherently negative, or it's just, for me, a natural process? I don't feel that sad about it. And I really thought I did. Like I did at one point, but I really thought I would feel a different way. I feel like it's just, I've come to accept it now. So all is good. All is good. I'm happy. I'm living my life and I love my life, and I'm so grateful for it and for all of you for supporting me for so long. And I don't know when I'll talk to you again, but make sure to follow me on social media so you can, keep up to date with my books and things like that, and my horror channel if you're interested. So that's all that I have to say. I can't say I hope you enjoyed, because it's kind of a weird topic, but leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and I'll talk to you eventually. Bye.